Alright, sup guys, welcome to another vlog. So I'm currently making my way to flagship games for flagship. So gonna be playing a Serial Nika flagship today. Managed to actually have a successful slot, which is one of my few successful slots for the month. I have 3 in total this month, so this is like my second one. My third one is like way back in the month, like at the end of the month. So I'm gonna have to be back to balloting right after this. So yeah, currently on the way there. The tournament is starting a bit late. It's gonna be starting at 8 PM. So it's currently like 7 PM, so I'm just currently making my way there. Yeah, should be fine. Probably intending to play Purple Enel. Then we'll see how it goes. Of course, the guide is up already for those that are interested, so do check it out in the link below. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys when I'm there. See ya. Alright, sup guys, so just got back home. I figured I'll do the tournament recap when I was back home instead, because as y'all could see, the tournament was kinda crowded. So it was a 64-man flagship today. So it's basically like 2 pots of 32, and the winners from each pot will get like a Serial Nika. So spoiler alert, I did manage to win today. So yeah, I played Purple Enel. Round 1 I played against UI Nami. So it's like this, so this UI Nami player is like this lady that's also, I think she's one of the owners of like one of the stores in Singapore. So like, yeah, I think I never played her in a tournament before, so like it was the first for me. So I won the dice roll, went first, so like it was quite okay for me, cause like I played Reiju on the second turn and she didn't have an answer for it. So that really like sigh of relief, cause usually they will Zeus it or like they will like try to answer it somehow. All she did was play girl and jam for 8, I think. Yeah, but the thing is I didn't have Altor for the girl. I tried to dig for Altor like super aggressively. I think I went through like 2 Lightning Dragons, a Kitten, trying to dig for Altor, but I didn't find it. Then yeah, I mean I was trying to get the Reiju online, so like I could block, like make it a 7k blocker and also increase its cost so it can't be targeted by like Zeus. So yeah, so I cycled like a few events to buff her up. Then yeah, I didn't find Altor. If I did find Altor, it would be nice, because I would have popped the girl, and then like on the turn that she plays, like she can't tap out for plays basically, because she won't have the Dawn attached to leader. Yeah, so ended up winning the game, because I think she went through like 3 Quasars, and then I just grinded the game out, take the board, win the board, and I think I went for lethal with like 2 Enels and 2 Reiju, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, when she was at 2 life and only left with like 1 card in hand or something. Yeah, I managed to go through. I think if she did trigger like she had 1 more Quasar in the deck and she had 1 life, so if she did trigger the last Quasar, then I have to play for 1 more turn and I have to like play blockers and try to go from there. Yeah, so I managed to clutch that one. Then round 2 I played against Yellow Enel, so I actually never played against this matchup before. So, but I just, as Purple Enel, I never played against this matchup before, but I just use what I know, how to pilot, how to navigate the Yellow Enel matchup as like any other deck that I've already. I mean, I've played against Yellow Enel for like what, 3 to 4 years already. I think it's been 3 years since Yellow Enel has been released for us, so I have quite a bit of experience in the Yellow Enel and I know how to navigate the matchup. So the rule of thumb is just to stagger your attacks. Don't give them life cards when it's not necessary. Early game, because I'm playing Purple Enel, it is advisable to try to put them at like 2 life, so that I can always like threaten lethal on them once my board is like big enough. So at 2 life I need to have like 4 attacks, and then sometimes I can push them down to like 1 life to force them to play a healer, like commit Dawn and cards so that they need to stay alive, and then I can actually play for board control as well. So there's quite a bit of lines you can take against Yellow Enel depending on how they react. Yeah, but I managed to push him quite early, and then I think there was 1 turn that he was supposed to like, but I think he was supposed to counter, but he didn't, and then it ended up I got like a shit ton of cards from him, because I managed to threaten lethal on him with 1 Reiju leader swing and also 2 Enels. So I swung for like 7-7, 10-10, and then he like gave me a shit ton of cards. Yeah, so that was what actually allowed me to win the game. Because from that point on, it's very hard for him to stabilize, because he has to like play healer every turn. If he plays 10 cards and now I also revealed to him a Divine Departure like earlier on also. So yeah, quite rough. Yeah, I think this matchup is probably Purple Enel favored if you know how to navigate it. Yeah, because basically what Yellow Enel is right now is like a heal board and like a Thriller Bug Slop as well. Yeah. Okay, so that was that. So basically my board had like Reiju, so like they couldn't really like trigger Parana on me, and I sequenced the swing so that I would swing with my Enels first, so that I don't play into like Parana triggers. Okay, then what else? Round 3 I played into a purple Enel mirror. So this was against a friend of mine, Peter. So I think, yeah, he was playing purple Enel. He won the dice roll, then but the caveat was that he didn't have weenies to play, while I did have weenies. So I actually had a stronger early game compared to him. So but he did have dog on curve, but I managed to answer the dog on curve with my weenies and like combination of event cards. So I had like a very strong turn 2, swung for like 3 attacks and then still managed to take the dog. Then next turn he plays Enel, then back to me, I played my Enel. Then next turn I counter for attacks to like sort of bait him to turn his Enel, because if he didn't turn the Enel, I would be very healthy at like 4 life. So he decided to turn his Enel. Then because of that, I played another Enel, and then I took his Enel after I combo with like double Kitten to reduce his rested Enel. So now the board I had 2 Enels over his 1. So it's very hard for him to come back from here. Next turn he plays his own, I think he plays Senior Ping on his turn. Then he jams my Enel with the 1 on his board that was still existing on the board, and I just countered for it. Then now I'm ahead on board already because I have 2 Enels on board while he only has 1. And then I killed the 1 Enel, and then yeah, the game sort of snowballed from there. So I just basically managed to take the board lead and then I win. And he didn't have a very strong early game either. So I managed to clutch that even though I lost the dice roll. Yeah, but I think definitely like maybe he shouldn't have turned the first Enel. But I played in a way so that I could like sort of reel him into it. If not, I'll just be live racing him from that spot. Because I still have more life. I'm quite healthy. I have like 4 life, so I have like more turns to play the game compared to him. So I just need to like put pressure on him so that he cannot like play into an Enel wall with me. Yeah, which he didn't really manage to also, because I think he didn't have like enough Enels to work with, because he played Senior Ping on the second drop that he had. Okay, then so managed to win that. Then 4th round I played against a GP Luffy. So this game wasn't close at all, because I had like a super nutted start. I had like Holly into Reiju, and I managed to remove the Sanji Pudding, and then the Holly connected 2 times into life. And yeah, it's like the game is too fast paced. Like my turns are too strong, because while I was like pushing life, I was also developing and also removing stuff from his board. So I was doing too many things at once, and yeah, they just can't really withstand that pressure, especially since there's just too big of a tempo swing, because the dog was pushing 2 life every turn while you still need to counter for my leader swing and like whatever attacks I have on the board. And then Reiju is something that can't be locked down, and the game basically ended in like 4 turns. Yeah, I just had a very strong like early to mid game with all the combination of events I had. So like the moment he played Sanji Pudding, I blew it up. Then next time he played the 6 cost double attack Luffy, and I blew it up also. So like he literally had no chance because nothing stuck on the board, and I was constantly putting pressure on him, developing my board. He did Luna my board 1 turn, because the turn that I connected the second double attack with Holly, right, he triggered a Luna trigger and he rested my Enel. So next time he played the double attack Luffy and went for Enel, went for Luna to stun my board. Yeah. Then yeah, I still had a Reiju on the board, so next turn I could still threaten Lito on him because I could split 2-way. So I went Gamma Knife, I went Gem 8 with leader, Gamma Knife the active double attack Luffy, popped it with the Eltor, and then I just jammed with Reiju, and I got there. Yeah, I didn't expect him to die, but I think that was very unlikely he can come back into the game, because my board was like full. I had Reiju, Dog, and Enel. His board was empty, so like I was already lapping him in terms of like the board. So it's hard for it, and I had like 4 life also. So yeah, rough game, wasn't close at all. I think my last 2 games were like not close at all, because they are quite favourite matchups for purple Enel. So today was quite a lucky run for me, because like a lot of like the purple Enel checks like UI Nami and Boa, they all got checked by like Mihawk and like GP Luffy in like the early stages. Yeah, and I managed to pass like the first UI Nami, and then I queued into the green decks later on, which is obviously favour for Enel, right? So yeah, then last round finals I played against green Mihawk. So this is a super free matchup, honestly, as I don't even need 6 cost Enel to win. I basically won off like Dog and Reiju, and then I just blew up whatever he played. I had reducers on the board, so like when his stuff was rested, there was 1 turn that I took like he played Law into Stun Bonnie to lock me out from playing 6 cost Enel. Yeah, then I just played Reiju, and then I basically just played Reiju that turn while I swung into. I used the Dog to crack 2 life, and then next turn, no, He played Stun Bonnie. He went first, so he played Stun Bonnie on turn 3 to lock me at 5 Dawn, so I can't play Enel. Then I played Reiju, and then because I have dog on the board, the dog connected 2 life, and then I pushed leader 6, and then he countered 2k. Followed by that, he didn't really have a strong follow-up. He swung his Perona into my Shura, I think. Then he played Law into replay the Bonnie, so he didn't have like a second 5-drop in the hand. Which I think he made a mistake also, because I think he countered with the 5-cost blocker Bonnie earlier on for one of my attacks, so like he didn't have the follow-up this turn. But even if he did have it, my board had like 2 Orms, and all of them were 6k bodies because of the Holly effect. So he couldn't contest my weenies, and the Orm just stuck on the board and did a lot of work because they just reduced the bodies on his board, run them over. So like the turn that he played Law into Bonnie, he had to rest the Law for his leader effect, so like both bodies were rested, and then I just killed both of them in one turn through reduction. Just through combat. Then next turn he played 9-cost Mihawk, locked my 6-cost Enel. I played Gamma Knife, and yeah, the game was sort of over from there. Yeah, the dog, then like too much pressure from the dog, and then I just removed whatever he played on the board, and yeah, so yeah, not a close matchup, not a close game at all. So I had a pretty good lucky run today because I played into like 2 good matchups towards the back. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, pretty good day because I managed to get myself 1 whole Serial Nika to myself. So I already sent the Serial Nika you see here is like one that I won like from the last week. Yeah, so I'm like running very hot right now. I've played 6 events in like I played 6 events up till today, and I've won all of them. So yeah, I'm running really hot for some reason, but it's good. Let's keep it up. I'm on a 6-win streak right now, so let's see if we can get to the 10-win streak. I've never done that before. To be honest, I've never even hit a 6-win streak before. 6-win streak is like insane, but yeah, just running very well right now with Papa Enel. So I'm just gonna continue with the grind. But the sad thing is I don't have any more flagship successful slots, so I have to ballot for like every subsequent flagship from now on until the 26th of April. So that will probably be like the next scheduled vlog, because I don't know when else I'll get into an event. So stay tuned. Yeah, maybe y'all can catch one vlog somewhere in between before 26, but let's hope. Yeah, but until then I don't have any events that I have a guaranteed slot for, so I have to just walk in and ballot. I mean, that's just the state of affairs in like Asia right now for flagships. Just have to go and ballot with like, I don't know, 60 people at a single location, and maybe like 1 in 20 will get in, you know. But yeah, so yeah, running very hot right now. So yeah, for those that are interested, also the Purple Enel guide has been released, so do check it out. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. And yeah, don't know why, but running really good recently, and I think I'm just playing well also. I don't think I'm playing the best. I still catch myself making some mistakes. Okay, not me, but like my friends also catch me making mistakes here and there, but definitely still learning process, yeah. Cause I only played Enel for like the first week of OP15, then I only picked it back up like recently, like in the last 3 weeks, yeah. So surprised to find myself running so well, but I think it's because the deck is like consistent, and like I just need to know the lines, and I clearly do, right? So that's why I'm finding success now. I'm also getting kind of lucky also, because I'm even winning my unfavored matchups. Like right now, because we're playing in a Quasar format, so like we have Zombie Boa with Quasar, then we also have UI Nami with Quasar. So these matchups are really hard, but I find myself getting through these matchups because like they trigger like 1 less Quasar, and I can get by. So kind of running well now, so I hope to continue running well. But more importantly is to be able to ballot in for the flagship. That's the most important thing. Because if I don't get to ballot in, I don't get to play. So I think my next agenda is to try to like test the Senior Ping and Frankie. I've already had my like few games on those lists, and I already have my opinions formed on them. So yeah, I think I need to test more. Maybe I'm just not testing right, but they don't feel right to me. But I'll test and come to a conclusion, and I will share my insights in the Enel guide. Okay, so right, that's all for this vlog. So right, stay tuned for the next one. See ya. Bye bye.